Welcome to the Idaho Cleanup Project Tour. The facilities where cleanup is occurring at the Idaho National Laboratory site are dynamic in terms of the equipment in use and the unique skills of the people employed there. The Idaho National Laboratory, originally called the National Reactor Testing Station, was established in 1949 at the Naval Proving Grounds to test nuclear reactors for land, sea, and air applications. Also part of the INL mission was the reprocessing of spent nuclear fuel and disposal of Cold War weapons waste from the former Rocky Flats plant in Colorado and other waste generator sites. Although the INL site used accepted waste disposal practices at the time, these activities resulted in some waste products entering the environment, including the Snake River Plain aquifer, the principal drinking water source for more than 300,000 Idahoans. In 1989, the INL site was added to the Environmental Protection Agency's National Priorities List. The Idaho Environmental Coalition is tasked with executing the INL cleanup work under the Idaho Cleanup Project. Located in the center of the INL site is the Idaho Nuclear Technology and Engineering Center. INTEC is the most complex facility cleanup managed by IEC. This facility reprocessed spent nuclear fuel from the early 1950s until 1992. One of the most impressive features at INTEC is the world's largest spent nuclear fuel storage basin. Crews are transferring remaining spent nuclear fuel from wet to dry storage in support of a 2023 milestone with the state of Idaho. Also at INTEC, 2 Cold War-era hot cells were repurposed and are being used to treat and repackage a challenging waste form that contains the reactive metal sodium. Following treatment, the activated metals, now free of sodium, can be sent off-site for permanent disposal. Along the east perimeter of INTEC, the Calcine Retrieval Project is developing and testing equipment that can be used to retrieve 220 cubic meters of the granular high-level waste material called calcine. It will be transferred from one storage facility, called a bin set, to another. The first bin set can then be closed under federal regulations. Calcine is a dried byproduct of liquid waste that was generated through historic spent nuclear fuel reprocessing. In total, 4,400 cubic meters must be retrieved and ready to leave the state in support of the 1995 Idaho Settlement Agreement. In close proximity and on the northeast corner of INTEC, the Integrated Waste Treatment Unit, or IWTU, will use a steam reforming process to convert 900,000 gallons of radioactive liquid waste into a more stable granular solid. The waste will then be ready for storage, disposal, or additional processing as necessary to meet disposal site requirements. Demonstration runs using a waste simulant are continuing in advance of the facility transitioning to waste treatment operations. Leaving the IWTU and arriving south and west of the INTEC facility is the Idaho CERCLA Disposal Facility. IEC manages the 510,000 cubic yard ICDF, which accepts waste and debris from site-wide cleanup projects. Plans are underway to expand the landfill to 1.38 million cubic yards to account for additional soil and debris in the coming years. Crossing Highway 20 and located west past the EBR-1 Museum is the Radioactive Waste Management Complex. RWMC was established in 1952 for the disposal of site-generated wastes. In 1954, the facility began receiving wastes from throughout the DOE complex. Recently, IEC crews completed the exhumation of specific wastes that were buried in an unlined landfill called the Subsurface Disposal Area until 1970. Radioactive constituents and solvents were being removed to protect the underlying Snake River Plain aquifer. Soon, IEC will drop the buildings in place and construct a native cover or cap over the entire 97-acre landfill to further protect the environment. Located south and still part of the overall radioactive waste management complex is the Advanced Mixed Waste Treatment Project, or AMWTP. At AMWTP, specialized equipment is used to characterize, treat, and ship 65,000 cubic meters of radioactive and hazardous wastes that were received primarily from the Rocky Flats plant during the Cold War. The workhorse of the facility is the supercompactor. After crews use robotic arms to segregate and size-reduce waste, the drums are reduced in size to form a puck by the supercompactor's 4 million pounds of force. The pucks are then loaded into barrels and ultimately shipped for permanent disposal. Supercompaction has led to more efficient use of available permanent disposal space at the Department of Energy's Waste Isolation Pilot Plant, located near Carlsbad, New Mexico. As waste is removed from AMWTP, certain buildings are undergoing closure, part of the Department of Energy's plan to close the facility. North of the RWMC and traveling north on the site's main highway is the Naval Reactors Facility, or NRF. At this facility, 3 reactors were tested for the U.S. Navy. Under IEC's contract, these reactors will be removed and placed in the new ICDF cell, similarly to the process used about a decade ago for 3 other INL reactors. The men and women of the Idaho Environmental Coalition are dedicated to carrying out the mission of the Idaho Cleanup Project. Their focus on cleaning up legacy waste sites will have long-term benefits to the environment and the citizens of Idaho.